This is a full stack web app I just built with Bolt.new and includes a Discord clone with different channels, and you can create new ones and you can send messages like you would on Discord. But also there's a custom calendar functionality in there. And we've built this in a matter of 15 minutes with Bolt.new with only English. You don't have to type any code, you only type in English. So if you've never used Bolt before, buckle up, because this is the AI tool of the future. Okay, so this is what Bolt.new looks like. You have the field where you can type in what you want to build. Now, describing the entire app in one prompt is a bad idea because it will not do everything you want. That's why you need to break it down into steps. And we can use Claude or ChatGPT to do just that. So I'm gonna say what I want to build, which in this case is a Discord-like app for my team that has synced calendar views where you can see the upcoming meetings, right? I'm gonna say, give me a 10 prompt structure for this. And it already knows what to do because here I've built like a system prompt with 80 lines of code that is specifically optimized for Bolt.new projects. But if you want to access that, it is available in the New Society in the templates and presets sections underneath prompts and instructions right here. Bolt.new advanced prompt. I spent a bunch of times on that. It has the latest and greatest prompt engineering principles, and it knows everything about Bolt.new and how to write these prompts. So as you can see, it broke down my goal into 10 actionable prompts that will allow Bolt to actually build our app how we want it. So let's copy the first one, go into Bolt, paste that in, and press run. And this is where the magic begins. Bolt will start coding our app as if it was a programmer you hired. So on the left, you'll see the chat version, and on the right is the code base. And this is what really separates Bolt from Cursor or, building with ChatGPT or Claude. It is like so simple to use, right? So if you code with ChatGPT, you don't get a file structure. You don't have a preview window. You don't see all the files. You don't see the ChatGPT working on the left. Same with Claude, right? Obviously in Cursor, you do have a file structure, but Cursor is also not that easy to use. Like Bolt is insanely good for beginners. In just a matter of few prompts, you can build full stack web apps that would, 2 years ago, that would take you weeks to build. Guys, this is the prototype. This is the result of one prompt in plain English. Man, if you guys aren't building something with this, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, let's look at it. So we have a nice UI, simple UI. We have two mock-up people with, fake names, fake profile pictures. We have channels. We're gonna add functionality later. This is built into the prompt structure. Just to kind of explain the core of it, every prompt, except for the first one, includes a fix section and a build section. So don't worry if everything doesn't work at once. Think of Bolt as like an intern, right? Imagine you hire an intelligent high school kid that has like ADHD. You wouldn't just give him 10 tasks to do. No, instead you give him one task at a time, make sure he does it well, and then you give him another one. That's the same approach you have to take with Bolt. Also, do proper testing, right? So if we do testing, we can see the channels don't work yet, which is fine. We have the profile calendar settings. Let's test the message, test. Okay, so right now we just built a UI. That's fine. Let's go into the next one. Fix, ensure. All right, so you have to be a bit flexible with these, right? So even if you use the exact Claude project, which, is powered by this prompt, if you get this prompt, put it into Claude, and you use this custom project, you still have to do a little bit of adjusting based on what Bolt cooks on the side. So fix, ensure channels are properly aligned to the sidebar, maintain current proportion. Okay. Right now, the chat functionality does not work. Fix this before proceeding to add new features. We'll see if it fixes that. Sometimes it takes multiple text prompts, but what's beautiful is that you type in English. All that matters is whether you're willing to push through a bit of discomfort, right? Like sure, for advanced projects, I still use Cursor, right? Like for example, I'm developing my own startup in Cursor. So all of the advanced code actually I have in Cursor, and that's where I spend most of my time. But in terms of creating a quick MVP and getting it on the web, like with Bolt, you'll see in a bit, we will deploy this on the web with custom nice domain, full stack web app that actually works. All right, so here is the new feature. We have authentication. As you can see, it works like 30, 40 seconds per prompt, depending on what you tell it, right? So let's see. Let's do test@example.com. Admin is the password, as always. Sign in. Okay, so right now we're in Sarah Chen, I guess. Let's see if the messages work, right? Testing. All right, so actually messages now work. Amazing. So please subscribe. Beautiful. So I don't know why he gave me Sarah Chen. Whatever. We're going to ignore that. Let's continue to prompt 3. So let's see what we need to fix, right? So we fixed the chatting, which is great, and we have the authentication. Verify user session persistence and smooth logout progress. Okay, so that's true. Also make sure switching channels actually works, because right now it doesn't do anything. Make sure to give it clear feedback, right? Describe what you see, what doesn't work, what does work, so it knows what to do. You have to give it enough context. Most of you guys, your prompt engineering sucks because you don't give it enough info. You have it in your head, but you need to put it out in the prompt, right? That's why prompt engineering is essential. And if you want to get better at prompt engineering, by the way, there's an advanced tutorial in the new society, 8 different modules on just prompt engineering. So another reason to join the new society, first link in the description. Okay, let's see what Bolt is cooking. So you can see all the files it updates. And by the way, there's a convenient download button. You can always export the code, put it into VS Code, put it into Cursor, or if your client demands the code, send it to your client. Like Bolt is an actual development environment, right? It's not some like magical code that doesn't work. 95% of things you can develop. The other 5% is the most advanced stuff that requires deep knowledge of the details. And that I would recommend using Cursor with. Like Cursor, this is where I'm developing my own startup, right? Like this is where I have all the functionality inside of Cursor. By the way, if you want to be one of the first people to have access to my startup tool when it releases, make sure to fill out the waitlist in the description. It's completely free. All right, so let's try again. We're going to do test@example.com and password is admin. Okay, so we're in. It's named Team Sync. Let's see, channels. Channels work. Okay, so let's see. If I send a message in this channel, it's going to say test announcements. Boom. If I switch to a different channel, it's not there. Really good. If I switch back, it is there. Man, the speed at which you can work inside of Bolt is crazy. Just unheard of, okay? So, let's test out the other buttons. These buttons do not do anything. Let's see logout feature. Oh my God. Yes, logout feature works. Now, we probably can use any email at this point, right? abc.com, whatever. Okay, yeah, so obviously the sign-in is just boilerplate, it's not actually implemented. But for sign-in, I would probably use Google Auth. This is, I think, one really good advice from Peter Levels, who's an indie hacker developer of many different startups and tools. He recommends using Google Auth. Just forget about handling emails and passwords. That's a headache, right? Implement Google Authentication so people can log in with their Gmail. Super easy way. So if I was actually to, pursue this, I would do that. Anyways, let's move on to prompt 4. So ensure channel switching is instantaneous. The messages are properly scoped to each channel. Currently, this works. Okay, so the next build is going to be create real-time messaging functionality with message persistence, including text formatting, emoji support, and timestamp. Okay, so right now, emoji doesn't work, right? So I'm going to say that. Right now, clicking on the emoji button does not work. Again, providing relevant context. Now, channel creation. I should have tested the channel creation. Yeah, that was the last one. Implement channel creation management system. Okay, I need to text that next. And just message delivery delays for message ordering. So these fixes, again, in the prompts, don't blindly just paste in the fix. The fix should be on the state of the app, right? The build part is more important. This prompt that I designed for Bolt, right? This prompt that you can get in the template section, this is designed mainly to split it into the parts we've built. The errors, you can never predict, right? Sometimes it might be accurate, but, it's more about the build section. So again, you can find it in templates, presets, prompts, Bolt, advanced prompt, and also like you can get all my other stuff, like all the agents I've built, all the useful GPTs I use, all of my code. Like, yeah, new society, it's a no-brainer. Again, if you're serious about AI, make sure to join. It's the first link in the description. Let's go back. Okay, Bolt. Let's see. We need to test the channels. Let's click on plus. Create a channel. Okay, I'm going to name it new society. Enter, and it is added to the bottom of the list. It works. It doesn't show messages from any other channels. Let's see. Testing new society. Enter, it works. Man, this is good. Again, we will deploy this. I'm going to show you how to deploy it on the web. Let's add a few more features first. Okay, so user authentication, yeah, that works. Let's do prompt 5. Address any message delivery delays. That's fine. I think we can change that. We need a calendar feature, okay? Yeah, so fix. Right now, the calendar button does not do anything. Implement that functionality. By the way, you don't have to correct any typos, like it will understand. Add a calendar view in toggle, okay. In the navigation bar, I'm gonna say on the left, so it's more context. That switches the main content area between chat and calendar views. Implement basic monthly calendar grid, okay. That's good. Also, maybe one thing that could be changed is this misalignment of the lines. It's, tilting me a bit, but obviously that's a detail. Now, if you're wondering like, okay, David, there's so many AI tools, V0, Cursor, Replit Agent, Bolt, which one should I use? Well, again, depends what you need to do. This is exactly why I'm paying for all of these tools. Personally, I think you need to develop an understanding of where each tool is the best. If you don't use these tools, you will never know like, okay, this one is the right to go to. Bolt, I would say, is the right for really getting a quick idea into some form, right? Within 2 or 3 prompts, you can already have something solid, something tangible. Cursor is great at going in deep, right? Developing a actually working app. And we have an error, okay? Again, Bolt, this is great. Like Bolt shows you Bolt spots the error, and you can just click on fix problem. Fix problem, you know. It's like this is what the next few years of work will look like. It'll be humans with AI, where humans are the decision makers. Humans will drive the action. You will have an idea what to build, and then the AI will do the manual labor for you. Prepare for this. The next few years are coming. All right, so we see it. I kind of forgot what we're building, but let's see. Calendar view. Yeah, calendar view. Okay, so clicking on the calendar. Man, boom, there it is. And okay, the UI is so nice. The UI is so clean. Like, look at this. We have this app. Okay, there is an error while scrolling. The sidebar is not pinned. Easily fixed with one prompt. But this is the chat interface, so you can just start chatting, posting memes, whatever. Then you switch the calendar. You see the calendar. Obviously, we don't have any events in the calendar. But like, man, guys, like this could actually be an app. Something between Discord and Google Calendar. Wow. All of us, when I say all of us will have custom software, I mean it. Now, I really want to show you the deployment feature, so let's exit the full screen. There's just one sweet button on the top right in Bolt named deploy. If you click on it, with one click, Bolt will start deploying this on the web. So you can send it to your friends, to your teammates, to your clients. Guys, the future is here. If you are not building something, if you don't have all of us have some ideas, you have like a business you want to start, an AI tool you want to build, custom software you always wanted to have, now is the time. Get in, start doing something before you miss out, like before it's too late and it is mainstream. So this is our link, right? So we can go to this link, open a new tab in our browser, paste this link, and our app is here. This is our app. So again, we can do test@example.com, admin, enter, and here's our app. Okay, my password manager is trying to save it. We have the calendar view. We have the different channels. We can create new channels, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, shit posts. Boom, we have the shit post right here. So we can say Bitcoin to 1 million. But you guys, if you don't have Bitcoin, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, but the good part is right here in Netlify. This, you get a Netlify project that you can claim, and you can specify the domain to get like a real high quality domain, because this one, Pepe Griffin, yeah, this domain is pretty sketchy, right? You wouldn't probably send this to a client. You need a solid domain. So when you click on the second link, it takes you to Netlify. Here you can click on add projects to Netlify dashboard. But Netlify is a hosting cloud provider, super simple to use. You can just create an account with your GitHub, I think. Takes 30 seconds, literally. You click on add projects to Netlify dashboard, and then you identify this one, Pepe Griffin. Ridiculous name, but we can change it, right? So click on site configuration and then change site name. And let's do something serious. Let's do some combination of Discord and calendar, like this calendar. This calendar.netlify.app. Is it free? It is free. So when we click on this link, it'll take us to this URL, and this is a professional URL that you can present to a client. This actually has type checking. I'm surprised, right? Oh wow! And you can actually send this to somebody as an MVP, and you can sell people so fast. Like if you're having a client that it's like considering buying, just send him a custom Bolt project showing you've already done some work on his behalf, and there is nothing better in terms of selling than showing you've already done something, right? Show, don't tell. Don't just tell people what you're going to do for them. Show them, and the sale is yours.